Well, you just mentioned that it's not the US's responsibility to tell them who
Yeah.
should be in power, what party should be in power, but there will be a divided parliament when the president-elect is sworn in. So does that concern you at all?
You know, it's going to be interesting to see how President-elect Lai navigates that divided government. I mean, you have the KMT with 52 seats, the DPP with 51 seats, and then this upstart party, the TPP, with 8 seats. And Mario and I made very intentionally went to go visit with all 3 parties because we think it's very important to meet with the minority parties as well. It remains to be seen. I'm hopeful on issues of national defense, defense of the island, on issues of international relations, that they'll be united. I do think there'll be some differences on domestic policy issues, and that remains to be seen.
Yeah, and that would be my hope as well. That would be my hope as well, that at least on issues having to do with their relationship with the United States, international and foreign affairs, that they are unified in those issues, and that politics again don't go beyond their borders. But again, it's up to the Taiwanese people to decide their fate.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of topics that relate to the US and the relationship with the US, I was reading an article that you both did with the AP, and Rep. Bera, you mentioned trade. I'm curious how you both view Biden's record on trade so far and how Taiwan will play a role in that.
I mean, from my end, I was a TPP supporter. I certainly would like to see a more aggressive posture on international commerce, trade. I do think the administration's moving towards addressing issues of trade and increasing trade between the United States and Taiwan. Congressman Díaz-Balart can talk a lot more about what he does on the appropriations side, but we took a big vote last week in Congress that addressed this issue of double taxation. I don't remember the final number, but I think it was north of 350 members of the House of Representatives. So very positive. That's a positive signal to Taiwan as well, to business in Taiwan, that we want to have a strong economic relationship.
And Rep. Díaz-Balart, if you want to weigh in on trade as well.
Yeah, no, I agree with them. Look, I think free trade with free people is good for everyone. And again, when you're dealing with Taiwan, it's a democracy. By the way, it's a very vibrant democracy. It doesn't take long when you're there to see like how vibrant it is, political parties, freedom of press, etc. And so they have all the challenges of a democracy, those beautiful challenges, right? That is sometimes ugly, but it's the best system ever devised. And so we got a lot of questions about this double taxation issue while we were there. The bill had not passed yet, as my friend and colleague just mentioned. It got huge numbers here in the House, and so I think that helps Taiwan and it helps the United States. And to your original question, look, vacuums are filled, and if the United States doesn't lead in issues of trade and issues of foreign policy, unfortunately, that vacuum is filled. And what we're seeing in most parts of the world is that it's filled by communist China, something that I don't think is in anybody's best interest.